Welcome everyone to the Fall Major Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round, hole number 6. Here we're setting up for a sniper bounce up shot. You can use either a Kingmaker, Centurion type ball. You can even use P2 plus ball here, and I'll go over that in a second. So to start off, we are starting out with our quarterback and a P3 ball. And what you want to do is, with no spin added, at P3 max extension with your quarterback, you're going to want to start out here to the right in the water and then slide your target to the left until you see the ball guide will start to straighten out. It comes out here, goes out here, and then eventually it straightens out, right? That's what we're looking for. When it gets straight, it's where you need it to be. And if you notice, our second bounce is right there on top of the rocks or the bricks. That's where you want this to be. That will put you in the correct position for starting. Once you get there, you'll release it. Then switch to your APOC 4 plus, Sniper 9 plus bag. The spin set is 5 top spin, 2 right spin. The adjustment is P3 plus 15% max. And we're playing this one full controlled overpower with no curl. There's 2 different rollouts you can get on this drive. The shorter rollout will put you between 357 and 359. The longer rollout will put you between 369 and 372. You need to either take note of that or pay attention to the plus yards you're setting up in for your approach, because they will play differently. The short rollout plays P4 plus 30% at slider, and the longer rollout, like I got here, will play P4 plus 25% at slider. If for some reason you forget to pay attention to your drive yards and you go to set up your approach shot, don't freak out. It's real easy to determine which elevation you need to use based on the slider plus yards you're set up at. So if you're set up anything at the plus 4 or less, you'll use P4 plus 25% in your app. If you're set up at the plus 5 or higher, you'll use P4 plus 30% in your app. We're doing a standard spin set here of 2 backspin, 2 left spin, no curl, no overpower. What we want to do is, with spins added, we want to have the ball guide about 2.5 to 3 squares short and aimed at the center of the cup. If you are below plus yards, which I am here, then it is 2.5% slider per ring short of the plus yards. So I am about 2 rings short of the plus yards here. I'm playing this shot at 65% slider. There are a couple of wind angles that you need to pay attention to for a better chance at dropping this shot. We have crosswind, neutral, and tailwind on this one, and they are as follows, with some minor tweaks that need to go along with them. So as a reference, I am using this light colored tree over here to the right. If you're between here and here, that's our neutral angle. There's no change. If you're over here to the left, that's our crosswind angle. I recommend that you use 2 clicks of right curl. We're going to get an increased wind push to the left. And if you don't use any right curl in that angle, you'll most likely miss this one just to the left of the hole. If you get the tailwind angle over here to the right, then I recommend that you take 0.2 off of your adjustment, so minus 0.2, and use 2 clicks of underpower. If you play the tailwind angle and you don't take off from your adjustment, you're most likely going to miss this one long and right. So we have to take off from the adjustment, and then we have to also add a little bit of underpower to compensate for the increased wind push. Right? As always, with any of these shots, you should definitely practice it a few times. We all see things a little bit differently. Your pull style is most likely a little bit different than mine. So for the best chance at a drop, you're definitely going to want to practice this one a few times. Get used to what it's doing for you with your pull angle and pull style, and make some minor tweaks as needed so you can get the drop. One other thing to note, if you are playing this with a king maker and you have high winds, 8.3 or above, no matter which wind angle it is, unless it's the tailwind angle, you should add 0.1 to your adjustment. If it's the tailwind angle, then you don't need to add 0.1. Well, you'll add 0.1, but in the opposite direction. So what you'll do is if you have heavy winds in the tailwind angle, instead of minusing 0.2, you should minus 0.3 from your adjustment, and then use a little bit of underpower to make up for that tailwind push. Sniper P3 plus yards is what we're using for our slider values. The 0 is 70% slider, plus 1 is 72, plus 2 is 75, 3 is 77, 4 is 80, 5 82, 6 is 85, 7 is 87, 8 is 90, 9 is 92, plus 10 is 95, 11 is 97, and plus 12 is 100% slider. With any luck and a little bit of practice, hopefully you all are walking away from hole number 6 with the Albatross. Good luck. I hope you get the drop, and we'll catch you on the next one.